So Town and Country is definitely a higher priced area for sure, but here's the thing, the market is still absolutely moving these days, and what we're really seeing is that we're seeing houses that might sit on the market between $1 and $4 million, and we're still seeing houses sell over list price in the $2 to $3 million range. And why is that happening? Buyers these days are so much more sensitive to price, as well as what the house actually is. How much work does it need? Does it need upgrades, touch-ups, renovation, that kind of stuff? Because these days, that's definitely more of a turnoff, but it's still an absolutely crazy market these days. Whether it's Town and Country, Ladue, Frontenac, Clayton, like things are still moving. It's just a matter of how well priced is the house and does it check the boxes of being more move-in ready. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Madison.
Town and Country, absolutely a popular area these days. I mean, we have people that are struggling to get the right house for them because, you know, they've seen what's on the market. It's not a good fit. They're not loving the insides. Stuff like that can make it challenging these days. It is difficult finding the right house because you're looking at these bigger houses that are often more custom, more personalized, and with those it can be a challenge just finding the right fit, more so than in the $1 to $2 million price point where you just have at least more options, but smaller homes that have fewer custom details.
So there's really two things that are the most important about a house is price and condition. The house has to be priced appropriately. It has to be the market value. And if there's enough demand, that's going to drive the price up versus overpricing a house. And people are going to start telling you how overpriced you are by lowballing you. So the other thing with condition is buyers want updates, but they can look past maybe not having quartz countertops, maybe not having real hardwood floors throughout the home, as long as what's there is in good condition. They want a house that's been well cared for, that people have kept up with the home maintenance items, and they didn't just let go.
Especially the higher price points you get when you're above 1.5 million, above 2 and 3 million, which you'll see a lot of in Town and Country, Ladue, Frontenac. It's not always a matter of your house being the most up-to-date, like brand new on the inside, but as long as it's not outdated, like green carpets, green
wallpaper,
countertops, stuff like that is sometimes a little bit of a turnoff. As long as you check the boxes for being more updated and move-in ready, people will take it.
So we have clients who are looking specifically in Town and Country, and they've seen everything on the market. So this summer, we saw a lot of great listings hit the market, but they've entered the market late summer and school started. People got their kids back to school. We have seen fewer listings hit the market and that $2+ million price point for our buyers. So we are looking for a house for them.
So if you live in Town and Country, if you're thinking about moving, upsizing, downgrading, whatever it is, send us an email, send us a text. Like Madison said, we do have buyers in this area, especially since school started going into this fall and winter. Options are limited these days, so it is still a busy market. We're just really struggling with inventory.
And if you're our seller, we always shop it to our buyers first within our team. There's 7 of us. In a lot of these different areas, we have buyers for who are just waiting for the right home. If you want to avoid putting your house on the market, getting it ready for showings, leaving the house for showings, we have someone who, if it's the right house, they are prepared to make a very aggressive offer that could outweigh the benefits of going on the market.
I mean, that's just one example. When we have a family looking up to 5 million, especially in that higher price point, it is difficult finding the right house because you're looking at these bigger houses that are often more custom, more personalized. And with those, it can be a challenge just finding the right fit.
So really, as price point goes up, the buyer pool goes down. So in Town and Country, homes that are $1-2 million, there's a larger buyer pool for those. But our clients, they're looking for a large executive home, $3, $4, $5 million, and there's just not a lot out there right now. The homes that are out there, they've been sitting for a while. It's not a good fit for them.
The whole market right now is a very strong seller's market, but the higher you go, it becomes more of a buyer's market because there are simply fewer people in the market. There are still absolutely $1 and $2 million homes these days selling over list price. You start to see much less of that above like 3, 4, and 5 million simply because at that point, it is always, not always, but it is sometimes more favorable to the buyers because there's so few options that those homes will oftentimes sit on the market longer because you're dealing with such a limited group of people that can buy that.
And we're in the Midwest. We're not in Miami, New York, Los Angeles. We're in the Midwest. So these homes that are $3, $4, $5 million, this is not typical of our greater St. Louis market. I think the average home price in the greater St. Louis area is somewhere in the mid 200s. So when we have somebody who is purchasing a home $3+ million. There's not a lot of homes out there. Now, in the town and country area, this is typical for the area. They like this area, town and country, Ladue, Frontenac. Those areas are gonna have a much higher average sales price.
And even being a more luxury area, even if your average price point is in the low 1 millions, being 3 times above that is still absolutely in the luxury range of price, where it's just harder to find a buyer who's able to buy it. So that's what we're dealing with these days.
And the other thing is, we have a lot of people who they would sell a house if the right buyer came along. So we have a whole database of people, oh, I would sell. If there is a buyer, they're not motivated. They don't want to put their house on the market. They're comfortable where they're at. They plan to sell in a couple of years. And if a buyer came along, they said, yep, we would sell today.
And I feel like what you just described is very common when there isn't some type of job relocation or like more urgency to move to a different area. If it's more just, I would sell at the right price, that is so much more common these days than, oh, I have to sell this house in the next 90 days.
When people have more of luxury houses, they like keeping the sales off market. As soon as you put your house on Zillow, Realtor.com, the whole world is going to see it. It's a simple Google search to look at the tax records to see who lives there. They're going to see inside your house, your bedrooms, things like that. Now, I'm not saying don't put your house on the market. We just have and have had sellers who prefer to keep everything private and off market.
Privacy definitely becomes a really big point of concern in the higher end of price, where keeping it off market just makes it so much easier for everyone involved, where pictures are not public. We're not having tons of people coming through for showings or open houses. I mean, sometimes open house isn't even a thing at those price points because we want to keep it very private and very secluded to people who are qualified actual buyers. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Again, if you're thinking about that moving process and considering off market, send us an email, send us a text. We'd love to hear from you. No pressure, completely up to you, but that is what we're here for.
And especially if you live in town and country, in that general town and country area, please reach out to us if you're thinking about selling. We have people ready to go. So let us help you.
Help them, help everyone involved make that a smooth transition.
All right, well, thanks for watching our video today. We will see you next time.
See you in the next one.
I'll be back.
Take care.